Happy Labor Day weekend, you guys. Welcome to the room and happy Saturday. Hey, Fran J, what's up, babe? Come on, Fresh Press Juice. What's up, baby? Hi, Mandisa. What's up, Tashi? What's up, baby? Hey, T. Marie. Hey. Hey, Anthony. Hi, Toy. Hey, Michelle. Thank you, Chantel. Hi, Desiree. Oh, yeah, I got something on my mind. That's why I came down to talk to y'all. What's up, Abby? That's Supreme number 3. What's going on, baby? Hey, just Sarah. I don't think we're going to have any issues, Abby. I think you're going to be able to sit back and just enjoy yourself. We shouldn't have any trolls floating around. Say, if you don't like me, leave now. This is entertainment. We're going to have a good time. Of course, we're going to throw some shade. Wouldn't be me if we didn't throw some shade. What's up, Natalia? See, look, the shade done already began. Hey, Ligale. They're coming, Aaliyah. They're coming. I need about another 48 hours, but they're coming. Okay. I just love that little song. So listen. Hey, Pizarro. What's up, baby? Listen. Okay, so I'm in a good mood. I'm just going to tell you now. I'm in a good mood. Of course, there's some shade involved. It's just, but this is real light, real fun. You seen it was listed as comedy. I'm going to try to make you laugh, okay? And generally because this stuff just comes to me. You know I got an old weird sense of humor. And I'm in a silly mood. And then this don't help. So, listen. So, the title of this was Fairy Tales, or Real Life Cover-Ups. What's up, Lady Nika? Hi, baby. What's going on? Eases my way in. Right. So what I'm going to do is, like, how many people really love fairy tales? Put a 1 in the chat if you literally just love fairy tales as a child and then carrying through. Do you still love them? Are you still in love with your fairy tales? Or have you actually sat down one day like I did today and really think about it and say, wait a minute. Were these really true little tales of these really nice, beautiful people who were always together, Their hair was always pretty. Their makeup was always perfect. Their clothes were always just so. And if you started out like Cinderella and you were dirty and raggedy, you ended up beautiful with a pumpkin and some glass slippers. And do you think that was the real story? Or is there a deeper meaning to what was really there? Now, I know in the past there's been some people who have actually, they've tampered around in it and come up with this whole thing that like a lot of fairy tales were actually horror stories. And they actually tell, because a lot of them actually started that way. Like the Brothers Grimm, they literally did they were horror stories. And then when they took it and they changed it over for children, they made them into these nice stories. So, right, Leah, deeper. And that's where I want to go today. I want to go deeper into this. And that's where my mind was. And then all at one time, I was talking to Natalia, as always. I was talking to Natalia, and I just bust out laughing. And then we were laughing. We were both laughing. And she was like, you know what? And I said, I'm going on, Natalia. I got to share. So here we are. This is one of those times I'm going to share. Some people are going to be bothered, and some people are going to crack up. But that is what comedy is. Everybody's not going to get it. So I'm going to tell you now, if you are soft in your spirit, you may want to click off now, because I'm getting ready to go, and I'm going to tell you all, I'm going to talk about 4 fairy tales, but my interpretation of the fairy tale. Do you understand? And I'm going to tell it my way. Like the Usher, my way. I'm going to tell it my way. So that's that. So if you soft in your spirit and you really, see, that was the reason that y'all know I do everything for a reason. That's why I asked you, are you so in love with your fairy tales? Because if you're so in love with your fairy tales, you may want to click out now. You may want to click out now, because I'm getting ready to clean it up. You may want to click out now before you get mad at me, honey. I'm getting ready to tell it the way I see it. Yes, God, honey. James, I didn't choose violence this weekend at all. You may when I get done. Okay, so listen. I'm gonna start right here, and I came on StreamYard so we could talk. I came live. As I started to do this, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do this as a pre-recorded video, because I'm from the pre-recorded video age, or did I want to do it live? And I said no. I think I want to let them interact. I want to say what I want to say. Right. What about it? Do something. What about it, Natalia? See, because you're gonna be the first casualty. You're gonna be the first casualty of the video. I'm gonna give you just this, Natalia, in light of the fairy tale telling, honey. You're gonna be the first one to get this, honey. Wait a minute, where's it at? Hold on, y'all. It's in here. Because Natalia's always messing with me. Always starting her stuff. Where is it? Wait a minute, y'all. Right here, honey. She's going to get this, honey. Alice in Wonderland. Right down the rabbit hole, bitch. You get started with your bull crap. Okay, so let's get started. The first story that I'm going to tackle here is, and look, I'm already feeling real silly, is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Now, y'all remember her, right? Little blonde girl. That's why they called her Goldilocks, because her hair was blonde. Nothing else. She wasn't all that special. She really wasn't all that cute to me. She just had blonde hair. Big deal. But it's her, and it's this whole thing about these 3 bears. And she's so nice, and she went through the woods. Stop me if I'm saying something wrong, if I don't remember correctly, but she went through the woods and she stumbled upon a house, and she goes up in the house, because who the hell goes up into a house they don't know nothing about? But she going up in the house, and she falling asleep. But she done tried out all the beds, and she fell asleep. And what was it, the baby's bed? And she had ate the people's food. Now, this could have went two ways. Breaking and entering and scavenging. You just happened upon a house. You know, in these days, they call them squatters. Right. No fear. That's right. They call them squatters. So it would have been either that or the way that I got it today, the way my mind was working today. Goldilocks and the Three Bears was actually a gangbang. It was a gangbang. Do you understand? Let me tell you what really happened, honey, down to the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah, there's a house, honey. It was down there toward the woods and all of that good stuff. But what was really going on is that Goldie was actually a babysitter. She was the babysitter. Goldie was there to babysit the baby bear because the mama worked at the post office and it was around Christmas time. And she was putting in all that overnight OT, honey. So she hired Goldie to come down and keep an eye on her baby and keep her baby straight. But what Miss Goldie was down there doing was screwing the father and the older brothers, honey. It was a gang bang. Goldie, bitch, I'm on you. You're not slick, honey. And when I get a chance, I'm going to call mommy and I'm going to tell her what's really going on, honey. See, this is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is the kind of day I'm having. No apologies. I told you, if you're faint of heart or you're really, really in love with your fairy tales, you may want to click out because this is where I'm at. Wait, look, I was waiting on this one. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you because I knew you weren't going to be ready. You specifically. So, shall we move on or should I stop now? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to stop now and click the button and go on about my business and knock it off. Or put a 2 in the chat if you want me to continue on. It's up to you all. Y'all are running the ship today. Hi, Zori. Who's this Goldie? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That Goldie. Goldie from 26th Street. That Goldie. You say 2 to go on. See? I love my people, honey. Y'all understand me, honey. No apologies. Let's move forth. Hi, Nubiology. Let's go forward, shall we? The story of Rumpelstiltskin, honey. Baby, I said, what was that story really all about? What was Rumpelstiltskin really about? Because when you think Rumpelstiltskin, you always think the little girl in the window that's locked up in the room with the long hair. And then she throws her hair down. She's up there so long that her hair grew so long and it was golden and beautiful. And they threw it on out of the thing. And then they crawled up and they was able to save her, right? There was a prince that was able to save her. Isn't that how the story went? Isn't that how the story went? But and then there was still, that was actually deeper than what it was being told too, because really in the real story, her dad told a lie, which made her actually end up being, her dad was telling a lie that she could actually spin straw into gold, which was really a lie that made her get kidnapped and locked up. No, that's Rapunzel. That's who it is. It's Rapunzel. That's Rapunzel to throw down the hair. That's Rapunzel. See, that's what I told y'all. Stop me. Okay, so Rapunzel's the one that throws the hair down. Rumpelstiltskin is the one that lied and said that the daughter could, see, I mix them together, said that the daughter could spin straw into gold, and she got kidnapped and got locked up. She did get locked up in a room and all of that, and she had to be rescued and all that. But the whole thing with the story is teaching kids not to lie, basically. But Rumpelstiltskin actually is the father. It's a male. And the daughter is who he lied about, these talents she had that she really didn't have. She should have been on American Horror Story, because you know when you lie and say you have talent, then you didn't, then you end up being a meth head, honey. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, let me tell you my version of Rumpelstiltskin. Yeah, it don't matter. I messed it up, Candy Girl. Wait, here we go. Candy Girl said James Rumpelstiltskin and Rapunzel never meet. Right, okay. But listen to this, Candy. It don't even matter, because let me give you my version of Rumpelstiltskin, and you're going to understand when I'm done why I say it like that. Rumpelstiltskin. Because the daughter doesn't even matter in the version of the story the way I get it. Let me tell you about Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin was a male who told a lie. Oh, some people ain't going to like this, honey. They're not going to like this. And they're going to look at me sideways. Listen here. Rumpelstiltskin was a drag queen, honey. Rumpelstiltskin was a drag queen, honey. There never was a daughter. He lied. He ain't had no daughter, child. There was no daughter spinning no straw back in no room, child. The daughter never existed, honey, at all. It was all a cover-up. Rumpelstiltskin was a drag queen. He was back there in that back room having the trade, honey, the townsmen. He lured him back there in that damn back room, and he was having them, honey. There never was a daughter. Rumpelstiltskin was a drag queen, honey, and there wasn't no girls in that house, honey. It was just Rumpel, honey. Rumpel was back there bumpling, honey, period. That's my version of the Rumpelstiltskin story, honey. Stop that line and playing with the trade, honey. I said it! That's why I said it didn't really matter about the daughter. So it was fine that I messed up the other part of the story, because she never really existed anyway. It was all Rumpel Bumple, honey, back there carrying, honey, with the boys, period. And I know somebody don't like that story, honey. I know you don't like this type of teaching, honey. I know you don't like this kind of teaching. Roxy said, I knew it. I knew it. Honey, it's when the women of the towns found out, honey, that some of the townsmen was up there playing around with Rumpelstiltskin, talking about they's up there with the daughter, honey. It ain't no daughter, honey. Y'all better cut it out, honey. Anyway, J. Wall said, not up there playing with the trade, honey. Playing with the trade, baby. Oh, Rumpelstiltskin, honey. Okay. All right. Okay. What'd you say? Not Rumpel was up there being Uncle Clifford. See, y'all ain't worth a quarter. Okay. One more time. Say the trade always get the short end of the stick. That's not true, Miles. That's not true. That's another video for another time for probably a different crowd. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of times the trade gets the long end of the stick and prefers it that way. What you say? I said it. I said it. Listen, the shade has been thrown. Okay. All right. Now let me go back to you all, honey. What's up, King Roman? A 1 in the chat if you want me to stop now and log out. A 2 in the chat if you want me to continue, honey. Because if you want me to continue, I got 2 more stories, honey. We right up at 20 minutes. I thought I could do this in 30 minutes, but I'm waiting on y'all. A 1 in the chat if you want me to continue. A 2 if you want. I'm sorry, 1 in the chat if you want me to leave. 2 if you want me to go on. Child, they got these 2s up here, honey. Okay. All right. All right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What it, Mouse? Mouse. I ain't messing with you, Miles. Listen. Okay, so let me go on. The third story that came to mind, third fairy tale was, you say, run it, Hansel and Gretel. Now, when I think about Hansel and Gretel, it kind of reminds me of a little bit of my time on these YouTube streets and some of the things that I've actually seen down here to the YouTube streets, which made me have to tell the story of Hansel and Gretel, honey. Because Hansel and Gretel definitely need me, because they need for me to just clean it up, honey. Because Hansel and Gretel was a mess. Hansel and Gretel, we got this brother and sister duo. And the story, it encompasses gingerbread cookies and an old woman that's really a witch and folks being thrown into an oven. And, you know, Hansel and Gretel was a bit much. A bit much. Their whole story is messy. It's been done 9,000 times, 9,000 different ways. It gets gorier and more every time they tell it, because Hansel and Gretel is a whole mess, that brother and sister. Them 2 little wonder twins to activate. Now, just dig this. For me, Hansel and Gretel were scammers. I said it! Hansel and Gretel were scammers. Scammers. And it's a good thing that they weren't around in the age of GoFundMe. They are a damn scammers, that Hansel and Gretel. And what really happened, they claimed that that old woman was a witch. That lady wasn't no witch. That lady was not a witch at all. She was actually a nice old lady. They lied, that Hansel and Gretel. What they did was they went down there and they swindled Nana out of her house and took her and put her ass in a home. That's what they did. Hansel and Gretel. That's my version of the story, and I ain't changing it. They were scammers. They swindled Nana out of her house and they put her in a home. And I found out later that Hansel was a nurse. I said it. And I ain't taking it back. He didn't even stick around. He could have just took care of her. He was a nurse. He could have taken care of Nana, but he didn't. He put her in a home. Hansel and Gretel. Let's move on. 1s in the chat if you want me to stop now. 2s if you want me to move forward into the last story. It's on y'all. Come on. You said they put Grandma up underneath the stairs, honey. No, they didn't, honey. They put Grandma in Shady Pines, honey. They got rid of her. Hey, Mom Chip. I see 2s. Let's move on. Tavonda said 4s, honey. Okay. Now, here's the last one. This is the one that I was saying this, and Natalia was ready to hang up on me. She said, see, bitch, you just gone too far. Natalia, where you at, baby? Put your hand up, honey. Y'all can thank Natalia for this. All y'all who really enjoyed this, thank Natalia for this, because Natalia was like, well, I don't know. Maybe you should. I don't know. Yeah, bitch, go ahead and do it. But when I told her this last story, she said, bitch, you done gone too far, child. Okay. Natalia, raise your hand, honey. Anyway, so it's the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, honey. She's another one, right? Old Snow White, honey. She's pure as the driven snow, right? 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 Look, here comes the taxi girl. They're going to get you. Shout out to Natalia, honey. Okay, so listen. Desiree said, tell it! Tell it! No, because this is what they told us. Hey, Game Tight. Snow White, she's pure as the driven snow. She's beautiful and nothing wrong with her. She's just perfect. And she got these 7 little male friends, honey, that they're just short men, but they're all, handy dandy. They all serve a purpose. They all got different little issues. They're men, child, for all intents and purposes. Men. Each one of them got something wrong with them, child, but men nonetheless, honey. But Snow White, she was so perfect that she never even fussed about them. She just did what she did, right? Okay. Let me tell you who Snow White really was. Are you ready? I hope you got your doggy bag because you're going to want to take some of this home, honey. Snow White wasn't anything like what you thought she was. Snow White was a madam, and she ran a brothel, honey. And those 7 dwarves, those were her clients. I said it. Those were her clients. You just never heard her say, y'all come back now, you hear? But she said it. She said it low, and she said it out the back door. Now, y'all know me, so you know I'm a roundhouse kicking bitch, don't you? So I'm going to wrap 2 other people up while we're at it. So like I said, Snow White was a madam, and she ran a brothel. The 7 dwarves were clients. That's why she never fussed about any of their issues. She was there to service and deal with all their issues because that's what a madam does. That's what happens at a brothel. You're made to feel that everything that's wrong with you is just fine for a small fee. Now, let me wrap another one into this that y'all think is so perfect, honey. Sleeping Beauty. Why do you think she's always asleep, honey? Huh? Why do you think that she was always asleep? Any guesses, honey? The bitch was tired. She was tired. She was her main girl. She was the main girl down to the brothel. That bitch was tired. She was tired. Sleeping Beauty was yes, she was. And she worked for Snow White. One kick. I got one more leg, so that means I got one more kick left, and I'm going to give that one to Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood, she was a whole different type of creature. She was beautiful. She was beautiful, and she wore red. Red, honey. You know what red gives, honey. I like a little red myself, honey. She was red. She was Snow White's protege. Okay. So she was getting everything she needed, honey. And whenever Snow White lets go to business, guess where it's going? Right on over there with Little Red Riding Hood, honey. She was her protege. She was being brought up in the way that she should be brought up as a good whore. Okay? Now, the wolf was Little Red Riding Hood's old pimp. And that's why they had to get rid of him, honey, and do his ass in. And that is my version of these 4 fairy tales. I told you all I was on the shits today. I hope you enjoyed it. Look, it's Labor Day weekend. I told you when we started this, I was in a really silly mood. And my whole thing was to come down here and make you laugh. I hope you thought it was funny because I damn sure thought it was funny. And on that, I am getting up out of here. Listen, you all have a wonderful, wonderful day and enjoy the rest of this holiday weekend. As always, ciao. It's been a blast.
Playing from James's Galaxy Note 10 Plus.
That's an Android for all those in the back, honey. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out. We'll definitely have to do this again. There's a whole lot more fairy tales. Who knows? When I get in another silly mood, I'll come see you again. Peace. See y'all.